The girl's underwear peeked out from her pants, and this caught the man's attention. He stared at it greedily for a long time, but in the end, he chose to exercise self-restraint. However, when the two of them were discussing a novel, the girl's breast accidentally became exposed. The man stared for a moment and then quickly got up and moved away to avoid the sight. Just as the novel described that the female protagonist was bitten by a viper, the girl suddenly pulled open her clothes, revealing her shoulder. Then she said that she also had a wound on her shoulder left by a viper. The man reached out and touched it, and the girl didn't resist at all. Instead, she looked at him in an ambiguous way. With the atmosphere growing intense at this moment, the man directly kissed her, but the girl immediately fled. It turned out that it was all a misunderstanding. Lisa had suffered a great deal of injustice and cried all the way home. Her family noticed that something was wrong with her. Under her mother's persistent questioning, Lisa finally told the truth. Then her mother took her to a lawyer, hoping to obtain a severance payment. Lisa's thought was simple. She just wanted to get the salary that she deserved. However, when the lawyer learned that the girl had been harassed, he picked up a calculator and surprisingly calculated a compensation of $1.86 million. Lisa hurriedly said that the compensation was too much, but her mother, upon hearing the amount, insisted on suing the man in court. Soon, they invited the man for mediation. Everyone thought that the man would consider the compensation amount too large, but unexpectedly, the man rushed over and directly signed a check for $1.86 million. Then he walked out without saying a word, striding away. Looking at his reaction, Lisa felt a vague sense of unease in her heart. It turned out that after the court summons was delivered, it was accidentally seen by the man's wife, Kelly. Kelly suffered from severe depression. After learning that her husband had been unfaithful, she became even more agitated. Later, when Kelly was giving their daughter a bath, the daughter kept clamoring to play with Lisa. Kelly's pent-up anger suddenly erupted, and she accidentally drowned her own daughter. Then Kelly also chose to commit suicide by taking pills. When the man got home, Kelly had already stopped breathing. Just as the man dialed the emergency number, he found the summons. He immediately understood everything. And when he found his daughter, his anger flared up. From then on, the man began his revenge. Was it all the man's fault? If Lisa hadn't had those accidental exposures, things wouldn't have developed to this extent. This movie is called Wrath of Heaven. I recommend you watch the original film.